This is Janet. I hope I'm not too late, but if I'm late, you'll see this video tomorrow, next week. Who cares? You know, the video will be here for you. As you can see the title today, we are moving to the embassy. If you haven't gotten the news, the embassies are opening. The embassies are opening all over the world. Of course, depending on what the virus is doing, they are going to be cautious, but the embassies are opening. I feel like this video is very timely because all of us have been asking, when are the embassies opening, Janet? Okay, the world is beginning to open. People are starting to know how to coexist with the virus. It's still very dangerous, but life has to go on. So the embassies are opening. I think, you know, every country is different, but that is the news that was said over here. They are going to open cautiously, but people are going to start getting visas. So if you are not informed now, this is new information. A little bit of housekeeping. Thank you so much for everyone coming here today. Thank you for taking your time, not spending with your children, not spending with your brothers, but you choose to come and spend with Janet. The embassy is open. The title today, how to increase your chances of getting a visa in the embassy. All of you who followed me, you know that we did a video on how to get F1 student visa, including other temporary visas. Now, we've sent in our documents in this school. We have applied for student visa. Okay, no, not the visa. We have applied for... Now we know we have applied for admission. Now, S160. So we know how to do the application for universities and community colleges. Then we moved to the embassy and we took time last week to learn how to do the DS160 and do a good job. Now today we are moving to the embassy. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. If it's too late, I tried to do this video earlier on, but I couldn't because I was so busy doing other things. All right, I love you always. If I don't mention your name, I love you. Remember, if you are new, the comment section is for all of us. All of us. And all of you, I'll be asking where you come from in the coming videos. You tell us where you come from. You tell us your education, because that gives me an idea of who I'm talking to, okay? All right, so let's get to the title today. Before I continue, we do housekeeping. Good news to the students, you know. The students, of course, we've all had now everything is back to normal, all right? There was a new law that was going to ban international students from online schooling, but so many states went ahead and sued. Over 37 or 17 states, I don't remember, went ahead and sued. And of course, you know, they didn't have to do anything because the White House receded. Okay, so now we are happy. Things are back to normal. International students, continue working with your schools, continue working with the DSO, continue working with the international office. So that is the good news. All right, so the two news today: students are back to normal. Online classes if your school is offering, and the embassies are going to open. So welcome, okay, from Ghana, Nigeria, Nairobi, are in Mombasa, and everywhere. Thank you so much for coming. Again, I've realized when we are visual, we tend to understand these things again. Last time I made a PowerPoint presentation. I will do a PowerPoint presentation today too. And today morning when I woke up, I put a topic down here. What topics do you want me to cover? And I will go through and see what you want me to do. But for today, in fact, one of the people said, no, you say the embassy. So I have to keep my word. We'll start with the embassy, okay? All right. Let's go to the PowerPoint. I see all of you. Thank you so much. We'll just go straight to the content of this conversation today. Okay, so we are going to the PowerPoint. United States Embassy interview. This is the big elephant in the room. Okay? This is what I hear. Janet has been doing this for a long time. Janet, will I get a visa? Janet, what do I do at the embassy? Janet, I've been denied 2 times. Janet, I was denied 1 time. My money got lost. I'm broke, Janet. What can I do to get this visa? So today, we are going to maximize our chances. We are going to maximize our chances by blogging, by discussing, by going to the comment section, by learning from those who've done it, by learning from some of us who went to the embassy already. We are going to learn how to do these things. So today, welcome all of you. We are going to tackle the United States Embassy. Moving on, that is a beautiful picture. I think this one is in Gigiri. They all have all these kinds of embassies around the world. Every country is different, but I want you to visualize. This is now we are moving to reality. This is reality, my friends. Now you have your F1 admission. You have your I-20. You have your I-20 in your eyes. Huh? Janet likes visualizing. You see, when you visualize your dreams and aspirations, things become normal. So that is how it will look for you. Okay? Now, you have your admission in your community college. You've done everything. You've done the exams, if they needed them. Now they've given you admission I-20. Maybe you're coming with your spouse and kids who are coming on F2. All of you have I-20. Hey, now we are the embassy. That's why I'm showing you these things. We need to visualize. And those who are new, welcome. But you know why Janet does these things? Is to give us an opportunity. Okay? We need money in our pockets. Some of you will do business. Some of you have good jobs. Some of you have relatives. You have big bags. But some of us, we want to bring ourselves from nothing to something. Okay? So that's why we do these things, and we have to realize our dreams. So now, we are on the embassy. Now we are moving to the embassy. We have our I-20. We need to know the general requirements before we even go. And Janet has watched these things. I know you watch one video, you come here, you say, Janet, what is she saying? Blah, blah. Janet has been doing this for a while. I've learned from mistakes. I've seen people come and tell me why they won, or why they got the visa, why they were denied a visa. When they went back 5 times, the 6th time they got. So you are benefiting from a lot of experience, okay? We need to have our current valid passport. Make sure it's 6 months, okay? The passport must be valid for at least 6 months beyond the period of stay in the United States. If you're coming for a visiting visa, for example, how are you going to show up with a passport that is going to expire in 3 months? That's all they are trying to say. Make sure your passport is beyond 6 months, so when they stamp there, they'll be able to know what's going on, okay? Non-immigrant visa application, we talked about this. This is the DS-160. So number 1, we are having our passport that is valid. Number 2, we are doing a good job on DS-160. If you missed that video, go down here and revise, okay? We need colored photos taken within the last month. 5 by 5 centimeters or 2 by 2 inches, okay? All accompanying family members, unless entering the United States for another purpose, should present a marriage certificate or a birth certificate, meaning if you're married, have your marriage certificate. If you have children, you need to have your birth certificate, okay? If you are attending an in-person, you must bring original documents. If you are eligible to send your documents via courier, do so, okay? So all this information will be on the embassy website. I'll provide the links for you. But now, when we come on this page, we simplify. So we know what is coming. We want to know what is coming, okay? So going on, I think we have more general requirements. I'm not sure. But these are the things we are looking at, okay? So they say on that website that the first step in applying for a U.S. non-immigrant visa is to complete your application. It takes approximately 90 minutes. After you submit your application, you can move to the next step, such as scheduling your interview. So that's what you need to do, my friends, okay? All right, so I hope we're on the same page. I have to keep coming in and showing my face. So you know, sometimes people have to see Janet. You know, we have to make sure we understand what we are saying. We are going to that website. We are simplifying these things. We need birth certificate, yes. Iris says birth certificate. Marriage certificate, original. We need to passport. We need to make sure it's valid. So these are the things we are preparing now. You know, when the world is trying to get away from corona, in the US now, the vaccines are cooking, okay? They've passed human trials. They're going to the final trial, July 27th. Human trials. We are moving to human trials, my friends. We are having hope that the vaccine is coming. So we don't have the vaccine coming, and we've managed to survive corona, and now that's when we are dusting ourselves. We have cobwebs. We don't even know where to start. We are starting to look for jobs. We are broke. Why? The world is moving, so we need to be prepared. We need to be cautious, and we need to do these things systematically, okay? Now, what are we going to do? The embassy, the next step, after we have all these documents, we've gone to the embassy, we've done everything we need, okay? Now, we need to know why we are coming. We know that last time we prepared F1 student visa, but there are many types of visas, and I'll present for you, and then I'll show for you. I'll link you to the article, and I'll give you the link so you can go and see. There are different kinds of visas. On this page, Janet explains different kinds of visas, okay? Traveling, of course, you want to know, it's a big one. You need to apply for the correct visa. Some of you think it's common sense, okay? Some of you think it's common sense, my friends. It's not common sense. It's not common sense. I know all of us, not us on this page, of course. the new ones that have never seen Janet Rangi, they've never cared to go on YouTube, they've never cared to do research, and they apply for the wrong visa. So on this page, and I'll provide for you the link so you know if you want to come for medical, what kind of visa do you apply? If you're coming as a student, what kind of visa do you apply? If you're coming as a visitor, J1, as a doctor, as a nurse, okay, and by the way, you'll find some visas that you didn't know. Thank you so much. I see all of you for coming. You will see so many visas that you don't know. We know now there's a travel ban, but coming January, when the world is changed, we are going to inform ourselves, and I'm going to link you. Look at this. They even have visas for working, even visiting, and you come and work. So long as you have an employer here, Janet is putting us at par with what the world knows. Huh? We want to know, and we want to put money in our pocket. By the way, the whole thing, the reason why I do these things is to put our money in our pockets, especially some of us who have no links. You don't have a rich uncle, you don't have a rich dad, you don't have a job, you're just going to university and praying and hoping that things will happen. That's good. We are going to hope and pray. But now we are going to take action. We are going to put matters in our hands. The way Janet did. She didn't have a rich uncle. And now she lives like those rich people. I mean, I'm not showing off, but it's true. Through my own hard work, I'm living a good life. Okay? There is no difference between me. I don't know. Even if people are president's kid or whoever they are, I live in a good house. I have all the amenities. If I need to travel, I take a plane. I go places. I take good care of my kids. That's what we want for our people. Okay, that's why Janet is taking time. So we can be in big numbers, we open businesses and succeed. Okay, Janet likes putting these things in context so you can understand why she's doing these things, okay? But basically, I'm saying we need to know what kind of visa to apply. So let's move on. Okay, now, this is the link, of course, but of course, I think I'll just put it ahead, you know, on top of the video so you can click and then it will open for you. You cannot go anywhere else. As I always say, you need to know the correct websites when you are doing these things. Some of you it's easy, not everyone it's easy, okay? Okay, moving on. We need to be systematic. We are going to arrange things systematically, make sure we have our things in order, we have our documents in order, we have our payments, we have our booking appointments, we have confirmation pages, we have learned about the embassy, the location, when it's open, you know, we have a general idea of what to have, okay? All right, so moving on, let's go to the details. Determine the type of visa required to travel to the United States. F1 is for students. F2 is for spouse and children of F1 student. By the way, when I was watching the embassy officials talk, they said, someone asked, am I going to be denied? What are the chances of someone getting an F2 visa when their family is applying for F1? And they said, there's no problem. You know, so long as they show that they're actually married and they're not just accompanying with someone else. If they are children, they need to have the birth certificate. If this is spouse, they need to have a marriage certificate. Look at the embassy, provide the documents that the embassy is asking, do a good job, demonstrate, and we'll continue talking about this as we go on, the correct things to do in the embassy, okay? But basically, if you're coming on F1, do not forget your spouse and kids. They can still come on F2. If you're coming as a visitor, you are coming on medical, you are coming for a conference, okay, you are coming as a tourist, we know that is a B1, B2. If you're coming as a medical doctor to work as a resident in school, that is J1. And I'll provide the link. You need to know all these kinds of visas, au pair. If you're coming on exchange programs, jobs, interns, students, you'll have all those visas and they're going to open up. They are going to open up despite the travel ban. These things are going to open up, okay? All right, so once you know the correct visa, you need to know how to fill the DS-160. We already did that. You need to go download the form, fill it in, and get the confirmation page, okay? Then you need to go to the consular section and book your appointment. There are specific instructions on how to do that, okay? So I hope you're on the same page. Am I confusing anyone? Okay? So once you have the confirmation page, of course, you need to create an account, put the information, provide the address where you want things to be sent after the interview, and then pay the immigrant visa, okay? So far, so good. I don't know if some of you have any questions. I don't know so far. I don't want to bore you, but today we are tackling the embassy in a systematic way. And then we learn some of the tips. We'll know why some people have been given and some have been denied, okay? Someone is saying you are doing a great job. Thank you so much. Okay. I help them how au pair can get a host family, okay? And I have links to all those. I will give you links. You'll be surprised. All over America, there are families that are looking people for au pair. People that, you know, if you have time at home, you don't have a job, you don't mind coming to America for maybe a few years, you want to come and work, yes, they are there, okay? So just keep in mind all these opportunities exist, okay? So moving on, I want to finish the form so we finish the boring part. Now we are going to move to money. Many people ask me, Janet, how much? How much is this embassy? Will they do me a refund? What can I do, Janet? We need to know how much. Information is power. And before we continue with the money, money is a risk. Okay? When you take that money, just determine yourself that you are going to put it there. It will not be given back to you. Okay? That's what the embassy says. I can show you on the PowerPoint. That's what the embassy says. Okay? Okay, visa application fees, non-refundable. The U.S. Department of State does not issue visa application fee refunds. We need to know that. The visa application fees cannot be resold or transferred to another applicant, okay? The visa application fee may be used to complete only one application. If the visa application is denied, a new visa application and fee will need to be completed, and it expires after 1 year. Are we on the same page? Basically, they are saying, okay, what they are saying we need to know when it comes to money is non-refundable, okay? It expires after 1 year. If you're denied, you'll have to pay again, and you cannot say, I'll transfer it for next time or I'll transfer to another account. You cannot. So those are the basics of these application fees. We need to know that, okay? So keep that in mind. Okay, Jim says, greetings, Intellectual Janet. We love you. I love you back, my friends. Okay, we are preparing for the embassy. I've always said the big elephant in the room. No one talks about this. If we can't get through the embassy, everything else we are doing does not help in any way. Everything else we are doing will be useless. You understand? Okay, so we are going to be organized. We are going to be organized. We are going to face the embassy. Good luck, okay? Janet is here to make it easy for you, but we are going to work as hard as possible, okay? Let's see what is on the PowerPoint. Now, those who are asking how much, it's $160, okay? $160, non-refundable fee. Schedule of U.S. visas, $160. For different kinds of visas, of course. Visiting, crew members on the ship, academic students, media and journalists, exchange visitors, okay? All those $160. Those who are coming on employment, trainees, athletes, international cultural exchange, religious workers, that's about $190. And these other ones are like treaty traders, investors, and all those is $205. Fiancé or spouse of a U.S. citizen is $265. It's interesting, okay? The most expensive, they know. If me, I'm an American citizen, I'm applying for you, they give me the most expensive fees. It's interesting. I guess they are fair, okay? Because they know probably I have money. Who knows, okay? Who knows? I don't know they are thinking. I'm just saying we need to know. So have I answered your questions? By the way, if you're coming on this page for the first time, okay, Janet does not say these things from her head, from her mouth. All these things come from followers asking questions for many years. Okay? Some of you will see one video, you will disappear. Many of you have watched me for a long time. But bottom line, what I'm saying, when I say something, pay attention because I'm speaking for many people. As simple as this. Janet, how much is it? Janet, will it be refunded? Janet, what are my chances? I've been denied 5. What was the problem, Janet? Today we are tackling that. So moving on, I want to be done with this PowerPoint very quickly so we can move to Janet telling you very quick tips, okay? All right. Now, when you're coming on a business, tourism, or medical, they are very specific, especially for those people who are coming on medical. Be ready to present more documents. Medical diagnosis from a local physician, meaning the doctor at home has to give you that diagnosis, explaining the nature of the ailment and the reason for treatment is needed in the United States. So that means you are not going just to show up for, malaria. There are many doctors outside the United States that know how to treat malaria. Okay? So, A letter from a physician in a medical facility in the United States stating the willingness to treat the diagnosed ailment, detailing the projected length of cost of treatment and hospitalization fees and all medical related expenses. Prove that the patient's transportation, medical and living expenses in the United States will be paid for. So I'll spend some time here because I've seen some people coming here and telling me my family, they have a kidney problem. My family, they have cancer. What are we going to do? So that is the bottom line. You need to prepare those things. First of all, you have to make sure that the treatment cannot be given back home. The treatment needs more sophisticated, more advanced care, which can be found in the United States. So you need to show that. And how do you show that? The doctor back home has to write how much they have tried and what their recommendations are. That treatment cannot be offered back home. It will be offered in the United States. Then the doctor here in the United States has to offer a letter saying the same information and their willingness to treat it and how much it will cost. The hospital has to send a letter saying this is how much it will cost, and you should be able to show those expenses. How will you pay? How will you utilize transportation when you come here? You know, where will the patient be living and all that? I had to throw that in there for the sake of my followers who follow me for a long time. But for the rest of you, F1 student, you just need your I-20. Sometimes you don't even need the admission letter. I-20 it means that you've been admitted. You can never get an I-20 unless you've been admitted. Bank statements, you need all those things for proof. But to be quite honest, the embassy is focused on the things I'm telling you right now. From my reading and from my research, after doing these things for a long time. The first thing they want to see is you have all those documents. A valid passport, 6 months in advance. They want you to have a passport size photographs in colored. They want you to complete a DS-160 and have a confirmation page. They want you to pay non-refundable fees, $160. They want you to go to the website and book an appointment and have a confirmation number. You have to do those things. That's all they are looking for. That is what they were asked by America to do out there, okay? So simplify things before you go struggling. My property, my big car, my big business. I'm going to prove that I'm a member of parliament. I had this church. No. First of all, simplify first. Simple things, simple requirements, okay? Moving on. I hope we've understood, the requirements that we need. Okay, now let's move. The embassy. It's the law. It's the law. And before I start presenting these things, many people have come to me and say, Janet, thank you so much. I went to the embassy and I managed to tackle the embassy. The law is what they follow. This is not naysay. This is not guesswork. Yes, Janet is a blogger. Janet is not a lawyer and she does not work in the embassy, but this is public information. Janet has done her research. It boils down to the U.S. law. United States law. That is what they are following at the embassy. Okay? They have one law. If you understand the basics, of the embassy, after you've gathered all those things, it comes down to this law. And you say, Janet, what is the law? What is the law? Okay? Let's move into the law. One law. Okay? This is what they tell them. Pay attention. If you leave this video, and you think Janet mumbled a lot. Janet did not even say anything. This is what you need to keep in mind to succeed at the embassy. Okay? I hope we're on the same page. The law assumes anyone applying for a non-immigrant visa has the intent of going to America and never returning home. Therefore, the applicant must show compelling reasons of going back. Basically, when you go to those big embassies, they have to demonstrate to America after they have an interview with you. They've been told that let me put my face. This is what they go by. Bottom line, whether you're in Syria, whether you're in Israel, whether you're in Nairobi, whether you're in Abuja, tell me where you come from. When they leave America and they're going to represent themselves out there and to bring in tourists and to bring in students and to bring in everyone else on a temporary visa. Remember, there's temporary and permanent. We are not talking about permanent residency. We are not talking about the green card. We are talking about temporary visas. The law tells them anyone coming on a non-immigrant visa temporarily has the intent of coming to the United States and never going back home. It's up to the applicant to demonstrate compelling ties that they will return home. That is the law, period. That's all they are looking at. After you've given them everything, you've paid the fees, you've given them what they're asking, they will be looking at you that way. So you have to be mindful when you are filling the DS-160. When I tell you, you have to do a good job. You put in the correct information. From the other video you saw in the 160, if I have to pull some of that information, we have to show we are busy. We have to go into the details of our jobs. Show that we are earning good money. Show that we are interns. Show that we work for a non-profit. Show that we are married and the marriage is good. Show that we have children. Show that we have birth certificates. Show that we have a business. Okay, we are not just sitting there doing nothing and then all of a sudden we want to go to America. It doesn't work like that. When they look at you after they read the DS-160, they have to have an impression that you are a very busy person who is already doing very well at home and you really have a good reason to come to America and go back. Let me give you an example. You graduated from the university with a degree, bachelor's or master's in education. And you know Janet has talked about community colleges being cheap, okay? Now you go and you can get, of course, a master's or a PhD and go and get an I-20 in the embassy. Or you get a community college course and go and take special education. You are going to show in the embassy you already have a job. Or if not, you feel like your chances will be higher of getting a job if you can come for this 1-year certificate from a community college that is dealing with autism, that is dealing with special education, so that when you combine those two, you'll be very competitive in the market back home. Do you see how you're relating? Like the embassy has to see the relationship. First of all, you have good ties at home. You have good education at home. You are just coming to add. You know, you are coming to take advantage of what they don't have at home and add on top of what you have to become more competitive on the market back home. And those are the words you're using. Okay, of course you don't push the issue as if now you know the law and you're just gonna say, I will go back home, I'll go back home. No. You want to just be organized and relaxed and don't look like you've been coached by Janet Rangi or some of those travel agents. Be yourself and just relate those issues. I've given you an example of one of my followers here. He watched my conference video and he was here in 6 weeks. He was working in construction. He looked for a construction conference in Las Vegas. He went to the embassy. He said, I'm going to this construction conference to learn more of the strategies they are using in building, construction, and materials so I can come back and continue with my construction job. Those are clear link. Check, given, like, what is the reason taking you to America? Do you have the compelling ties that you will return home? Okay, and every case is different. This is completely different. Some of you are single, say, I'm single, I have no children, so they will never give me a visa. Wrong. How busy are you? Maybe you're an intern. Okay, you're coming for a conference and they can see a clear reason. You're working for a non-profit, an NGO. Okay, you believe in human rights. Okay, you're helping kids that have HIV/AIDS, and now you're coming for a conference on HIV/AIDS. You're coming on a United Nations conference that is dealing with human trafficking, is dealing with human rights. So there's a connection, okay? You're a choir master, you're coming to learn new skills, more instruments, how to play instruments. Like, don't just show up. That's how, I heard people are going to a church conference and then you put yourself in a group. Oh, I hear there's a group called so-and-so. They're bringing many Kenyans in America. I'll just join a group. You cannot fool these people. They are well trained. Remember the embassy, they are Americans, but when they come there, they get proper orientation. Most of them have degrees in international studies. They understand culture. They understand languages. When they come on the ground there, they take orientation. They know your currency. They know how much you earn. They can tell your abilities. They know your marriage, cultural marriages. So you're not going to trick and just, Muzungu, I'll just go and lie. No, Muzungu is so smart. By the way, some of you who are living in Washington, I have to be funny sometimes. Let me tell you, when you live in Washington State, don't just go talking Swahili. Oh, now you're Muzungu. Oh, now look. They will hear you, okay? People are learned, they've learned these languages, all right? So I'm just putting these things in context so we know Okay, when we are going there, okay, we are not going there to think like we can trick. We are not going to trick people, okay? Of course, we can smile, we can just be light-hearted, okay? So, but you are not going to trick. So, coming back, it's the law. Connect why you're coming to America, okay? Remember, that is the law, which assumes that you will never go back home. It's up to you to demonstrate family ties, to demonstrate marriage ties, jobs, and everything. Moving on now. You need to present, of course, we've already talked about this. What is a strong DS-160? There are many ways, okay? There are many ways to show you have a strong DS-160. It could be a job, it could be marriage, it could be business, it could be children, it could be properties, it could be working with non-profits, you could be a professor, you could be a doctor, you could be a farmer, but you're coming to learn agriculture. Who knows? Okay, just show them why they have to see the connection between home, and they have to see the connection between America, and they have to see your ability to go back home. Okay, so some people say, I came with my title deed to show my big house, my big shamba, my big farm, my many plots. Okay, title deeds, bank statements. They said we don't care. Okay, all right, they don't care. Am I clear? Carry them. Will they check? Maybe, maybe not. That is not their emphasis. They want to see your documents, the documents they asked you, and the DS-160. Once they combine and you show up at the window, what are they saying? If they're in doubt, that's when maybe they will ask you these documents. Okay? But most of the time, you just go with what they asked. They want to relate the face. Remember your interview. I almost forgot this one. The embassy interview, and this happens all over America. The application is what they use to interview you. Wherever you write on the DS-160 is what they are going to ask you. So if you said you are married, you should be able to produce a marriage certificate if they ask. If they ask you when you got married, you should not fumble. Everyone knows the anniversary. Okay, so if you contradict your DS-160, that is when they're having problems. That's how they catch you. If they're asking your relationships in America and you're lying, and they go in the computer and they find that your mother is here and you said no, that is how they catch you. Do you understand? It's very simple, by the way. After I understood these people, it's not as complicated as it is. Be yourself and say the truth. Connect why you're coming. If you contradict your own information, surely, can you blame anyone? How many children did you were hiding because now you didn't want to? Oh, now you're lying that you have children just to get into the embassy. When they ask you birth certificate, you don't know. Or you go and produce fake ones. And now they've learned that this country, maybe country A, B, and C, they have issues with these fake things. They go, they give their people, results come back, you're faking, it goes in your file. That's how you get denied 10, 5, 20 times. Okay? So just do the right thing. Don't panic. Present yourself with what you have and do a good job. You have nothing to lose, okay? Okay, another one that is common is American ties. Some of us, okay? And this I watch from the embassy. They're out there. They don't keep these things secret. They say the truth, and they're out there, and they want us to learn and to know more about them. They said, okay, some people say they have an American relative, okay? So social ties in America. And they think that now you and your marriage, let's say you are married to an American citizen, he marries you and he comes here, he can just write a letter and say, I'm inviting my wife for a visiting visa. You think you'll get because of the American? No. They said the focus is not on the American citizen. The focus is on you who is applying for a visiting visa. What did we say in the law? One law that says anyone coming on a temporary visa has the intent of coming to the United States and never going back. It does not matter who invites you. It does not matter if it's the president. It does not matter who is inviting you. They go by the law. So you say, but this American citizen, they deserve their rights. True. Then that means you go and apply for a marriage visa. They know that the marriage visa will take too long and there's a line. And you're taking a shortcut by going and giving a visiting visa. It doesn't mean they will deny you, but it just means that you have to meet the requirements of a visiting visa regardless of your social ties in America. Are we understanding? I hope you understand the law. The law. Okay? It doesn't matter whether your dad is very rich at home, social status. Oh, my dad is the minister. My dad is the MCA. My dad, no. Okay, if you're coming as a child of an ambassador, yes. But if you're coming on a visiting visa, these are the things you cannot expect from an American embassy. I've been in this country, regardless of what you see on TV, in the news, those are just politics like you hear at home. Things work, okay? The laws work. These are the things you will not expect in the embassy. And I know some people have been denying, and come, Janet, I heard there's someone who can help me fix these things. Take me to the embassy. Wrong. Lies. Do not expect favorism. Do not expect corruption. Do not expect kitu ya kando, wherever. Do not expect that. Do not expect that your social status will help. They deny musicians all the time. They deny personalities all the time, public figures. They don't care. The law tells them anyone coming on a non-immigrant visa has the intent of staying and never going back. Why? They are right. Once you arrive here, they know there's asylum. They know people change these visas to permanent residence. Some people fake marriages. Some people find other ways to stay permanently. It's not like they are not being fair. They're just being smart and meeting the law. I hope now you're understanding how they work, okay? So, in summary, when it comes to that embassy, what I'm saying is, give reasons why you're traveling, present a story, a striking conversation, and relate issues. Okay? Give them a good reason why you're coming, okay? Why you're traveling, present a story, a striking conversation, relate issues. You know, and this is what I watch them. Some people cannot, they ask them, why are you going to America? And I've made videos on this. Why are you going to America? This I heard from the embassy myself. They forgot everything. They are so focused on the documents that they forgot the basics. So you need to be able to know why America. Like you could have just gone to any other African country. You could have gone to Asia, Japan, China, or India. You could have gone to Australia. You could have gone to Europe, you know, Sweden, England, anywhere. Okay? South America. You could have gone to any of those, Antarctica, Iceland. Why are you choosing America? Okay? For example, I can say, okay, based on my profession and what the employers are looking for, there's a lot of credibility in American universities. And I want to go and get certified in this course and get back. So why can't you take this course in Kenya? There are only chances for 20 students. It's very competitive. I feel very honored and privileged that America has given me this chance, which I could not have gotten back in Nigeria, which I could not have gotten back in Uganda. Yes, they have these schools, but they just don't have enough space. But also after I graduate, I'll be more credible. The employer is looking for people who graduated from America. Period. Like, no, why America? Okay? All right. So just, you know, it's that. I hope I'm making sense, my friends. I hope I'm making sense. I'll come to your comments. Anyone that is coming on this video today, remember, you can go down to the comment sections. Let me see what I have on this PowerPoint. As I said earlier on, the DS-160 will be their referencing point, no contradictions. Don't raise red flags, okay? Don't be suspicious. Examples of contradictions: marriage, you need to have a marriage certificate, you cannot fake. Children, you have to have a birth certificate, you cannot fake. And you need to have good reasons why you're coming to the United States. Other simple things that you need to know is, you know, wake up early, dress like an interview, okay? Maybe preferably business casual, okay? Business casual. Do not look like you've been coached. Strike a conversation with them. Make them feel like they are human. Okay, your body language, probably smile, maintain eye contact, be confident. Your communication skills, you need to be loud enough. Don't just be whispering. You need to give them a reason why you're coming to America and not Africa, Asia, Canada, Australia, Europe, etc. Okay, so those are the things I'm summarizing for you guys. You need to know why. Don't raise these red flags. Okay, so you need to wake up early. Some of you, Uber will come. You need to know how long does it take to have Uber. Go visit the embassy. You have an idea where the embassy is. Just, you know, those are simple things that you are within your control. Okay, dress business casual. At the beginning of this PowerPoint, and you will see at the beginning of this video, I gave examples of how business casual. I should have reminded you to pay attention to that picture. Okay, business casual. Generally, in America, they don't put a lot of emphasis on dress code. Of course, you don't show up in flip-flops and t-shirts. You want to show some respect. Okay, you can wear your attire, traditional attires, clean, or you can just wear Western attires, you know, below the knee skirt or above the knee dress with a nice belt. a simple shirt, well ironed, and a belt, okay? For men, you want to match the belt with the shoes. That's something I learned, okay, from some of my friends who've done business administration. If the belt is brown, you want to have brown shoes. The belt is black, you want to have black shoes. Just iron them well neat. If it's braids like me, put behind so they look neat, okay? If it's dreadlocks, put them in a bun or something, I don't know, you know, clean, you know, well shaven. All those are the things we want to look at, okay? So moving on, I'm almost done. Sorry guys, I didn't expect it to be this long. Okay, Janet, will I be denied a visa at the embassy or the port of entry? Will I be denied a visa at the embassy or the port of entry? This is a question I receive a lot. If you've gathered everything that we've said in this video, you're confident, you're not lying, go back, do your homework, prepare. Like Janet said, me, I went to the embassy unprepared. But looking back, I had so much going for me. That's why I got a visa. I looked back at my life and I understood why. But for the most part, I advise you do your homework, okay? Don't just take it simple. Don't say, oh, they only spend 3 minutes with people. No, they spend a lot of time on the DS-160 behind the scenes. Before you show up, they know a lot about the DS-160. They know more about you. They are going to match and see this person saying these things on the DS-160. Are they contradicting anything? They want to see if they can catch you with lies. That's not what they do. But some people just mess up, okay? But the chances of being denied depend on that one law I just told you. They depend on, of course, on your grades. If you don't have good grades, your abilities, communication skills, because they remember the schools in America have rankings. And they want students that have 20, they don't want students that graduate at 20%. They want to admit students that graduate 80% graduation rates, 100% graduation rates. So the embassy has to determine who are these good students. So either your grades from your country will determine that, or your communication skills, or your determination. You can even explain your grades. Although I didn't do so well here, I'm determined here. I've been doing this online thing to boost my morale, to boost my abilities. I'm talented in art. I'm talented in science. I was just, you know, a teenager. I didn't perform well, but now I'm ready. I've had a lot of growth since. So you need to explain why. So your chances will depend on what you present at the embassy window. The rest we don't know. They say even the embassy official does not know until they see you. And the embassy said from my videos and my research, do not depend on travel agents. You pay them money. They promise you visas, that they will do a good job. No, the embassy says it's a big, big lie. No one can promise you. Just do the simple things they do on the website. They tell you to do on the website, the requirements. Show up confidently. Be your best ambassador. Present your best self. And everything else will fall in place. Question part 2 of this conversation. Will I be denied visas at the port of entry? Again, I listened to the embassy officials in the Philippines, in Nigeria. They were talking and they said, actually, no. The port of entry in America will respect what the embassy is doing back home. The only problem becomes if you start lying and you contradict yourself. If you told the embassy back home that you're coming to visit or you're coming for graduation and you come to the port of entry and you start talking about going to school, they get confused because as soon as they scan your passport, it says B1, B2 tourist visa, visiting visa, wedding, graduation. They say, no, you don't have a student visa. So don't contradict. Those are the big issues they said. Small issues, you know, like a typing error, they can fix. Okay, of course, when some people say, how about the passport that has mistakes? They say, again, human error happens. They can give you time to go and fix the passport. The only thing when they determine that you're changing passports, there's fraud and such things, that's when it becomes a problem. But the rest of the things, embassies understand that there's human error. They could have had a typing error at when they were giving you a passport. Those are not the issues. They look at big issues. You cannot tell the embassy at home you're going to visit and you're coming here to marry an American citizen. That does not happen. What am I saying? Keep the same information that you give at the embassy. It should be the same information at the port of entry until the last plane that lands you at the residence, where you're going, your school, your relative, wherever. Same information home, same information port of entry, same information in America, okay? And for those who are new, you'll always watch other videos. I've told you when you reach here, there are different kinds of visas you can always change, okay? All right, so I hope I answered that question. Will I be denied a visa in the embassy or port of entry, okay? All right, this is the website if you need more information, okay? Again, I'll post the links. This is the United States, U.S. State Department website where you can get all this information. The source of my information, of course, as a disclaimer, is from the U.S. Department of State, the embassy, Google Images. Those are my sources of information. Okay, so I hope you are learning more. I'm almost done. Okay, all right. So thank you so much, my friends. All right, remember, this is Janet Rangi presenting. Okay, all right, Janet Rangi on YouTube, on Facebook, it's Janet Rangi. Don't forget. The reason I say janetrangi.com, for some reason, janetrangi.com, if one day Facebook says, oh, we are closed, no more Facebook, or Janet, we don't like you, or I don't know, we hope that Facebook has been so nice to me, so I hope they'll be nice to me always, okay? Most of you know I have 5-star reviews, 5-star reviews. Even once in a while, we get those that don't like the page, but they are just away by the good ones. So, but in case you don't see me on Facebook, you don't see me on YouTube, janetrangi.com, common domain for the whole world is free. The internet is free. I'll have a home on janetrangi.com. We'll continue with the same videos, never miss out, okay? So, I hope you enjoyed the presentation today. I don't know, I'm going to look at some of the comments, okay? But for now, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you for following me. Good luck in everything you do. Good luck in your endeavors. I love you so much for coming. I can't wait to see you in America very soon. Okay? I can't wait to see you very soon in America. That is your presenter, Janet Rangi. I'll be doing more PowerPoints just because they are visual. Some people don't like too many words, so I think we'll do too many of these visual presentation. That is Janet Rangi, your presenter for today. I already gave you the disclaimer, and I hope you enjoy watching this video next time. Oh, there's the African attire. For those of you who are asking me how you can dress, okay? I think on the first of the page there was how you can dress. These ones, yes, they love these. These ones look very beautiful. You can wear this if you want, or you can wear the Western style, okay? So we can go to the first page and see how I think it was on the first page. Yeah. We are almost on the first page, just to show my followers, because they always ask me, how do we dress at the embassy? Yes, okay? Can you guys see? Yeah, that's business casual, business casual. I'm moving the camera so close. You can see there's a young man in a belt and shirt and coat. Then there's these long pants and white shirt. You can wear your khakis and a jacket. You can wear below the knee skirts and long sleeve blouse, and you can wear a dress that is above the knee with a belt. Okay, that looks very presentable, my friends. I can't wait to see you in America. Can't wait to see you in America. Remember to keep the dream alive and have a strong desire to succeed. The desire will push you over the edge. The desire will make you the best. You stand, you fall, you stand, you fall. You never give up, my friends. You know why? Because you're the best, okay? Keep working hard. The whole world is working hard. The whole goal of this presentation is for us to wake up. What motivates Janet? I've seen many things. I think the embassy is opening. It already opened on the 15th, I think. The embassies have opened, I think. So just be mindful. There was a memo out here that is saying all embassies will open. So you go to your specific website and find out, and just go and book appointments, okay? Yeah, someone says, Ronald Onyango says, blessing Janet. So thank you so much for coming, okay? So what Janet has learned, I've learned that America, okay, let's put Corona aside. I know when I was asking people for titles for today, people are saying talk about Corona. I know we are having problems right now, okay? But having said that, things always change. The best of America always comes out. And when it comes out, I've learned that many people come here and they improve their economies. From all over the world, do not be cheated. I see people from Europe coming to America to go back and build Europe. I see people coming from China to learn a lot and go build China. I see people from South America, Brazil, Argentina. They come here and learn a lot and go and build their countries. I've seen people from India come here, learn a lot, and take back home. And I've seen people from Africa doing the same, just in smaller numbers. We need to match the world. We need to match the world. Do not be lied. This is like a fountain of blessings pouring. This is how they get rich. They learn, they implement, they take back. In education, in research, in technology, in education. That is my passion. If we come in numbers, and I know some of you will have a passion to help others in business, you will help others in non-profit foundations, you will help others in healthcare, okay? We are passionate because we want us to match the world. Yes, we are in smaller numbers. We can expand that. How? By understanding what the world is doing, by showing up in the embassy prepared, so we can increase our chances. Maybe if denial rates were 80% denial, we want to reduce the denial rate to 50%. We want to reduce the denial rate to 40%. I'll be honest with you. We have the most difficult job. Why? We have a long way to prove to the embassy that we will return home. That's why I do these videos, to reduce the amount of mistakes we make. Because other countries probably are doing so well, so their embassy denial rates are very low. You know what I mean? And some of us who are struggling, so they look at us as if we are coming and we'll never go back. So it's us to change that image. It's us to brand ourselves and start anew and reduce the denial rates. Okay, we want to improve how many people get visas so that we can come here in big numbers. I can't wait to see you in America. I love you so much for always following Janet, okay? Okay, Igwe, Gozi, hi Janet, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much, my friends. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Adios, merci beaucoup, kwaheri, salam alaikum. Okay, muchas gracias. Until next time in the next video, guys, checking out. Bye-bye, see ya.